Back down with Johnny's Burn. A lot going on this summer. Wow, I'm just looking at Johnny's group. So, a few little updates. One, Northern Blizzard, although he raced good the other night and trotted in 56-1 last quarter and 29-1, I believe, scoped with some blood in his trach. So, he's entering the LASEX program. I've said this in a couple other videos. We are going to enter the LASEX program with him. He will miss his July 3rd grassroots simply because you have to be on, you have to have 14 clear days for the LASEX program. It's the 11th day for July the 3rd, so no big deal. Northern Blizzard will enter the LASEX program and miss his first grassroots. Two other things. Arches Rainbow, we have a timeline put in place to get her qualified and ready to go, but it's a strict timeline, and I told Johnny, quite frankly, Mischievous Rose and Arches Rainbow, if they aren't 100% healthy, perfect, ready to go, they won't go. If they're showing mucus, as Mischievous Rose did her last qualifier, and then she trained great 2 days ago, they scoped her the day after, there was mucus and a tinge of blood in there also. So obviously her airway is compromised from allergies. Now, can we treat them? Possibly. We've put her on some supplements. We are going to treat both of them up. We are going to train up Arches Rainbow hard. We'll end up training up Mischievous Rose. And if those horses are not ready to go 100%, I told Johnny, don't feel any pressure. It is a long year in Ontario. We know that June into July into August is bad allergies around the area we're in. Just don't go with them. Just relax. Let them relax. Let their airways recover. We've gone down this road. Nothing works. Not antihistamines, not cortisones, not puffers, not transpirators. Nothing. Just leave the horses alone and let them get over it. It's a long year, and there's lots of racing out there for them. Blue Bayou Dio is racing on Tuesday. Now, circling back just for a quick second. Those training sessions over the next week, for those two fillies in particular, will be used as step ladders. They train good and scope good, continue on. They train good and scope good after that, continue on, and so on and so forth. Blue Bayou Dio is racing Tuesday. James and Johnny both swear that this filly is very good and potentially could be a New Jersey sire filly. Okay, I hear you. It's awesome. Show me. So hopefully on Tuesday we'll get a real good look at what I've been being told from Ontario, and it will transfer over onto the video, onto the optical side of things. So we'll see how Blue Bayou Dio does. Century Invictus was great on Saturday. Johnny knows that he has to tighten this colt up, and he said, well, we could race here, we could race there. So why don't you just put him back into qualify Friday at Mohawk? That'll be 6 days there and back in 6 or 7 days. Back in 6 or 7 days after that to race. The timeline is good. This horse needs a good tightener. A great mile in Hanover. Very impressed with what I saw from this colt. So let's keep it going. We'll look for maybe a qualifier for him on Friday at Mohawk. Garden State Dio is actually here. I trained her in 58 and 459 on Saturday morning. She'll come back to qualify Thursday at Northfield Park. A few little changes I want to make with her in her shoeing, but other than that, she looked pretty good. Kathy's not in his barn anymore, neither is Garden State Dio. Kathy is turned out. Garden State Dio is here. Okay, Mischievous Rose, we talked about her in conjunction with Arches Rainbow. Very similar situations. Very fast, very good fillies. Let's not overstep our boundaries when it comes to those airways. Northern Blizzard, as I said at the outset, going in the LASEX program. Very impressed with what I've seen from him so far. Resolute Bay will be racing at Grand River on Wednesday. Again, start him off in the grassroots, but good looking colt and looked very good in his qualifier. Stonebridge Dolce is not with Johnny any longer. She's over here now. Frustrating animal who can be a little bit sour at times, but I was actually impressed with her gait the other day. Although she was acting up, she wasn't being herself. As I said to Brody, who went with her, I said, yeah, we're not fighting with her anymore. Put her right into school. She's going to school on Thursday. She's going to see the gate every week until she gets it right. And I believe the talent is there. I believe the power is there. Attitude is waning. Going to give her a C minus, maybe even a D on her attitude. But like many fillies, sometimes when it all has to click together and then they'll go forward. But I was impressed with her gait the other day. I liked her gait. Where are we at now? Taiwan On is not with Johnny anymore. Tim's Barn. I got to add that filly to Tim's Barn also. But Taiwan On looked fantastic the other day in the qualifier. I really can't really articulate how impressed I was with this filly. I think she's a sire stake filly. I think she's a very, very good horse, and she's going to have a great year for us. And then Twinkle in Her Eye A little hard to read, right? That monsoon started. If you look closely, Travis has still got his summer suit on with his short sleeves, and it's pouring down rain. So a bad race for him. And I believe, he took the filly off the gate. You can't take this filly off the gate. Like, it's not Travis's fault. She's a 2-year-old and with 3-year-olds. He was just trying to be careful. But I would have liked to see him push through position, keep her up tight, tied to a helmet, and cut her loose. I would like to see that, but I do believe that driving rain really played a role in both her race and Travis's race. I believe, stop guys, I believe take her over Wednesday. Again, Johnny said, geez, Wednesday's close. I said, listen, she didn't do a ton of work on Saturday. If she seems good, she's healthy, she's comfortable, take her over Wednesday, drop the hammer, and then we'll decide whether we're going to race her Tuesday in the grassroots. But I believe Oliver. But I believe that's exactly where she is going to go. And then, of course, Will to Win Hanover. I'm going to keep mentioning her, but she's at, she's got to be at 60 days now. Isn't she close? At 90 days, she gets re-x-rayed. At that point, we can maybe, what we might do is jog her for a week just to take the starch out of her dress, so to speak, so she's not kicking and going crazy. Maybe even jog her for a week and then turn her out. She's going right to the field, small paddock, medium paddock, large paddock. I'd say by the time they graduate her to that large paddock situation, we'll give her a good month at least in the paddock, and then we'll bring her back to start jogging her, getting her going. I really can't tell you when I want her ready for it just yet. I don't think December is realistic. It just makes no sense to have her ready to go in December, but I want to make sure that she's experienced when she gets to the stakes next spring. So how close do we bump her up to that spring deadline? I don't know. All that stuff is up in the air. Right now she's just healing. So Will to Win Hanover, I will keep mentioning her because I don't want to forget about her. She still is what I thought our best horse as a 2-year-old. She's not going to get to race at 2, but I would like to see that transfer over into a 3-year-old rankings with us, so to speak. So that is, bye-bye. Okay. That is Johnny's barn. I'll be back in a minute with Tim's barn. Got a couple barns left.